Hey ladies, Steph Canan here, Black Status presenter with Younique and leader to the Beauty Swag Boss Babes. I am here to continue our presenter training, and today we are talking about staying consistent and getting organized, and those two things go hand in hand. If you want to be consistent, you need to get organized, number one. So let's start with your new presenter jumpstart. Michelle Bell, one of our Black Status presenters, made this amazing little packet. I highly recommend that you print it out and you stick it in a binder, and you can have some fun little dividers in there if you want, but that's going to be a great place to keep some of the things that you are going to want to use on this journey. We have all kinds of really neat, I'm going to give you an example. Sorry, it flew away. This is like if you're running for a color promotion or you're trying to get one of our trip incentives. There are a lot of neat little sheets that we provide that you guys can use on a daily basis to stay organized. And we're going to talk about those, but your binder with the different little tabs can really help keep you organized with all of that. So let's run through this really quick, and then I'm going to get to some of my tips and some of the things that I do. So this is your new presenter jumpstart. It talks a little bit about what kind of experience you're going to have with Younique. Some of the things we do, like annual convention. This year we are going to New Orleans for convention. I highly recommend that you go. Even if you're new to the company, everything there is going to prepare you and train you and get you ready for this adventure and this journey. So if you have not bought your convention ticket, I highly recommend that you do that. Get with some girls that are on our team and, book a room, which you don't have to pay for in advance. And get 4 girls to share a room, get your, start saving up for your plane ticket now and get yourself to convention, because not only are you going to get tons of free makeup, they always give away they give away the farm, give away all kinds of the new makeup that's coming. They give us all kinds of giveaways, but they give you some invaluable training, not just training, but personal development training about the business, how to succeed, just things that you will leave feeling so filled up about and so connected to other presenters that are on our team and in the company. I can't recommend it enough. So we always do a yearly trip. This year we are going to the Dominican Republic, to Punta Cana, to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and that is the trip that we're all running for. We have until the end of June. It is not too late to get started. I highly recommend that you find out more about that and what you need to do to get there, and get yourself there, because I'm telling you, the first trip that we went on, I took my husband, we were on a cruise to Jamaica, and he was like, whoa, what is this company all about? And what are we doing here? And how did we do this? And you did this? Really? And now he looks forward to those trips that we earn every year, and there's just so many big perks that I can't even tell you. When you hit elite in our company, we send you to Utah to meet Melanie and Derek, to go to the corporate offices. That is another amazing thing that you get to go do as a leader, and they're going to just fill you up. They're not going to tell you about how to sell. They're not going to tell you about how to do anything other than they're going to fill you up. They're going to fill your bucket. They're going to teach you how to move through life confident and organized, and keeping all of those really important things in your life, your family, your future, all of those things, keeping those close and near and dear to you, and how to juggle that with being a businesswoman. So getting to Green Elite is kind of a non-negotiable. If you want to make this a business, run to Green Elite, get yourself to Unified Training, and it's something that I just can't speak high enough about. Okay, so there's Empower You training events that happen all over the world. Now we're in a lot of different countries, so as you guys build your businesses, in places like Italy, where we just launched, in the UK, in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, what am I missing? I'm missing a couple others. Germany, I'm thinking of another one. I think I'm missing another one. Anyway, as you build those presenters all over the world, and we're allowed to sponsor, outside of our country lines, unlike a lot of companies, there is empowerment training to train them all over. So look for those in your area. That's another thing that we offer that's super affordable, and if it's in your area, it'd be a great place for you to go and rock. And then there's always fun giveaways and contests and all that kind of stuff that that corporate does for us. And then of course we have our monthly specials, which is your customer kudos, and that gives you the ability to reach out to your customers every single month about some kind of special, some kind of savings that you can give them, and also that you can have yourself. So that is where we're starting with the first page of our jump start. All right, the next page is going to be about your upline. All right, and this is where you want to make sure you're in control. This is your business. You want to put your sponsor's name and phone number down. Your upline elite, you want to know her name and how to get a hold of her. Hopefully you're friends with her on Facebook already, and if not, go friend request her. In your back office, under My Royalties, it says who your upline elite is, and it says who your sponsor is all of the time. So this is groups and websites that you want to be a part of. We have a list of that on our Beauty Swag Boss Babes team page, so make sure that you are in all of those picture sharing pages, the corporate page, our team page. If you have a circle, you want to be a part of your circle and your upline elites page. And if you don't know who those are, ask your sponsor or ask your upline elite who's on your website. It says right there under My Royalties. So your weekly courses, we talked about this and went through this in training on the back office on where to find that. I say read all that in like an hour and a half. Get through it. Get the knowledge in there. And then Uversity is going to take you time to get through. So start with all of the new presenter training that's on there and just soak all of that up. Those ladies are amazing. Many of them inspire me daily. And you really can't learn more from any other company. I mean, we give you all of it on a silver platter and more in this Uversity training. So make sure you check that out. We've also included this cute little baby. So if you're doing a home party or an event, you can make copies of that. And as people talk about what they like, you can write that down and give that to them with your information and your phone number, and just a service that you can provide to your customers. And if you do one-on-one appointments like I do a lot, I think that that's a really great way to go. All right, the next page are these beautiful people. Look at them. I love them. You're going to love them too. They're just amazing. Their heart is in the right place. They are just the most incredible people ever. So it talks about this company was founded to help women feel valued, smart, and empowered through opportunities for personal growth and reward. So this company is all about uplifting, empowering, and validating, and also teaching you how to make some money so that you can change your family's life, right? Working from your phone all over the world sounds good to me. Sounds glorious to me. So there's also a foundation. It's called The Haven. The foundation is called The Unique Foundation, which supports The Haven. And I highly recommend you go to their website, to their Facebook page, and you learn more about that. And you teach your clients what rounding up is all about. And then I want you to like really soak that in and realize what a difference you're making in the world. We've talked a little bit about that this week. So that's what that's about. And there's a little bit more about the program on this next page. All right, next up, this is what's going to help you get organized and kind of get started. And I'm going to talk about things that add on to this. But this is your first 72 hours. What do you do your first 72 hours? And if you've had your kit for a month or 2 weeks or 2 months and you want to get started, this is where you start, all right? It's going to give you what you do with Facebook. What are some of the basics, parties, goals, how to invite, and where to learn more. So make sure you guys read through that. And then that's what we're doing this week, is training you on a little bit more in depth on those topics. This is golden. You see this here? You want to fold this in half, make a copy of it, then fold that one in half, put them side by side, and make hundreds, all right, maybe 50, start with 50 copies, all right? Cut these babies up and use these, because you need a way to stay in touch with your clients and a way to have their information, a way to follow up. All right, you can go into your back office under customers and you can look at all of your customers and what they've ordered and all of that. But this gives you ways and ideas of what you can do. So thank you email. You know, you can mail a thank you card if that's your thing. And make sure you add them to your VIP group. Send them a friend's request. Do a 2-week follow-up, a 2-month follow-up. Invite them to host a party and invite them to join. That is what you want to make sure you're doing with every single customer that you have. You've got to make sure you're doing that, and this is going to keep you organized. It's going to remind you of what you've done. So when you sit down at your desk and you have an hour to give to your business, you can go to those and you can know right where you need to pick up and where you need to start. So those are fantastic. You can get a little file box for them, or you can just keep them on a paper and keep them in that notebook we talked about. And that way you just go right to that and you know right where you need to pick up and begin. All right, so next up, calendar. All right, this is my calendar. I love this. This is my Bible. This is where I put everything. But we've given you a little 30-day calendar on here, all right, so that you can break down who you've reached out to, who you've contacted. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. This is a great little market list, though. We talk about writing out your list of 100 to begin with. You're always going to be making a list. In this business, you always want to be making a list. There is never a day that goes by that I don't write someone's name down. I don't, chat with somebody on Facebook or in person, and I don't think, they could be somebody that's interested in my makeup. They could be somebody that connects me to other women that are interested in my makeup, or they could be somebody that I want on my team as a business person. Okay, but if you don't have a list, you are not in business. It's kind of like if you're not posting and you're on your Facebook page or in your Facebook business page or on Instagram, you're not a business, you're not advertising. This goes right along with that, okay? You want to have a list, and this is going to give you a great start. Your friends, your associates, your community, your work, your relatives, your neighbors, your kids' connections, your school, your church, your college, your high school. Make a list of everybody. Even if you're not Facebook friends with them, you can find them. You can find them and become friends with them, or you can find them and reach out and say, you know what? I have been thinking about you, and I know X, Y, and Z, and I know you would be an amazing fit and to do this business with me. And I just wanted to let you know I'm doing it, and that I just think so highly of you that I would love to have you do it with me. Try this kit, try the $99 kit so you can try the makeup and see what you think. Make it that simple. Just get to know people. Start expanding your network with people that you know, and then when you're doing your online party classes or your online makeup classes, you're going to be able to expand your network with people that you don't know. So there's two paths, and this is where you start with the people that you do know. Okay, up next, daily plan of action. Let's do that second. Let's talk about Fast Start first. This is our current Fast Start right now. You will earn $250 if in the 90-day period you sell $2,000 in personal retail sales. That's your own sales, $2,000. And you sponsor 3 new people. You bring 3 people into the business, whether they want to be a kitnapper, which we call people that just want to try the kit, or they want to actually build a business. If you sponsor them, all 3, you sell $2,000 in your first 90 days, you are a Fast Start earner. It is absolutely an honor to be Fast Start. The people that get Fast Start tend to go very, very far in this business. So I highly recommend making it a goal and teaching your new presenters how important it is. I don't think there's anything else to talk about with that, but this breaks it down for you, all of those things, so that you can get a reminder as you're on your way during your 90 days. So a daily plan of action. Every business needs a daily plan of action. I would print this up and I would pin it above my in my office, above my desk. Maybe take a screenshot of it and put it on your phone. Whatever you need to do to utilize this piece of paper so that you are doing it every single day, do it. So I'm just gonna go over it. Add 5 friends to Facebook other than presenters. You do not need to be friends with presenters. All right. As you're growing your business, they can follow you. Presenters can follow you. So if you are on this and you're trying to become my friend and you're a presenter and you're not on my team, just follow me, girl. Follow me. I am happy with you following me, but I only have 5,000 slots on my Facebook page, and I need to save that for presenters on my team, and I need to save that for my customers. So in my network that I'm reaching out to daily. So just FYI, if you find a presenter that you totally think is a rock star and you want to follow her, because then you can still watch what she's doing on her page. All right, so you want to add 5 friends. This is what your classes, your online classes will allow you to do. This is where maybe you know people that are in your area. Facebook, if you put in your town, whatever, California, people from that town will come up and you can look and see, do I know any of these people, and you could see if you have friends of friends, and you can go through and add 5 people to your network a day. All right, invite 5 people to host a party. This is easy, you guys. This takes like 2 minutes, all right? If you are knowing that you need 4, VIP guests or 4 hostesses for next week, all you do is just send out a couple messages every single day until you get them. I always would start on Monday for next week, all right? And I always just message until I get the number of parties, hostesses that I want to start on Monday. I work Monday through Friday on my parties. That's what I do. You can do it however you want. We have 10-day parties. There's people that do 7-day parties. Nothing works better than anything, all right? It's what you want to do and what works for you. I like to have my weekends off to make videos, to connect with people, to follow up, and Monday through Friday, I like to run my classes. So that is what I do. You guys will figure out what works best for you, but if you reach out to 5 people every single day, at some point, you're going to have enough hostesses for the next week, okay? And that's another reason that you have your list, all right? That list that you pull from. You can use your Facebook list for that too, and you can even print out your Facebook list. Not exactly sure how to do that, but you can Google it, and it's not hard to do, but if you have a lot of friends, it takes a lot of paper. So making a list in a notebook for me, has always worked really well. All right, share the business opportunity with 5 people a day. Again, it's just reaching out and messaging, looking at people's Facebook pages before you message them so that you can get personal and say, hey, Susie, I see that you went to the zoo with your son yesterday. How fun is that? Have you seen that I have this crazy business selling makeup on Facebook? And she's going to say yes or no, right? And then you say, I keep thinking about you and how much fun it would be if we did this together. Okay, that's it. No word vomit. You're connecting with them. You could even say and give them a compliment. I think you would rock this. You do selfies all the time, and I keep thinking that you would be perfect for it. What do you think? You know, and then she'll say, well, tell me, you know, and you can say, do you want to hear a little bit more about it? And then you just tell her 3 things, you know, it's $99 to start. There's no commitment. There is no auto ship. You get almost $300 in makeup. And let's think of another thing. And you get paid every 3 hours. What do you think? You know, and then that is where you can lead and start chatting. You know, you don't want to tell them too much information. It's too much information. It's just a $99 kit, no commitment. Don't tell them everything. They will learn it in this training just like you are. Okay, so share the opportunity with 5 people, invite them to host parties until you have yourself booked up for the next week, and add friends to Facebook every single day. Those are on your daily task list, all right? Post 3 to 6 times to your Facebook wall. We talked about this, motivational quote, product post, live video, family friend, kid post, unique post about your product lifestyle, what Unique is doing for you. Thanks to my purple card, I got a coffee today. You know, things like that. Comment on 5 to 10 friends posts. Remember, 10 to 15 minutes a day, and specifically go to the people that you want to make sure are seeing your posts. And then you can go through your newsfeed a little bit, but don't spend too much time on that. Post on your current online parties or your online classes, of course. And if you've set up a template for that and you're using the same thing over and over, that should not take you hardly any time. Read and watch personal development. I post personal development on our team almost daily, so there's always something that you can do. If you find somebody that you love to follow, like Sarah Robbins or Eric Worre, you know, you can check in with them every single day. And I usually do that like while I'm cooking dinner or while I'm driving, and I usually do about an hour, but I started with about 15 minutes a day, and you get into a habit of that. Follow up with 5 leads or customers, okay? You want to make sure you're following up with your customers. I usually follow up with customers. I spend about an hour every Friday. That's when I do it. And I'm doing the 2-week and the 2-month follow-up. Those tend to work really well. When I do the 2-month follow-up, I'll think, does this person fit really well as a presenter, or what should I ask her to be a hostess? You know, she's loving the product, then I'll maybe do it at that 2-month follow-up. Sometimes I'll do it sooner if they're calling my name. All right, you'll get a feel for how this all works. Okay, next up is a plan. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Amen to that. So this is the page that we're on right now. This breaks down what your big goal, the 5-3 formula is the road to green. And you can go faster than this, absolutely. But if you're trying to get to green so you can get to that leadership retreat, start getting a nice monthly bonus, and start, you know, really starting to mentor and making that part of your job, this is a great road to follow. So it's ways to sell online. We have so many different ways to sell. So many women do this business completely different than I do. So learn from other people. Go on other Black Status's Facebook pages. Google them, or, you know, search them on YouTube. Look and see what other ways people are building their business. This is the way that's worked for me doing online classes, and my upline, Sean Nelson, and her upline, Sherry Brown, so which are all Black Status presenters. This is what's worked for us, but there are other ways. So I teach this way because I think anybody The average girl, the average person can do this, all right? It's all about learning and being confident and just, taking all the information in and becoming yourself and then putting yourself out there, okay? So step 2 is to sponsor 3 new presenters. Step 1 was to sell $500 a month, 3 new presenters a month. And then there's ways to sponsor. So it's going to give you a bunch of ideas, and then repeat this every single month and you will eventually get to a leadership status. Alrighty, last page, and then we're moving on to some of my tips. This is Let's Get Paid. This talks about how to get paid. And it talks about how we get paid every 3 hours, how to activate. You need to activate your Pay Quicker information. It shows you this little lovely purple card. Your commissions are deposited directly into your Pay Quicker account. You can transfer those to your bank for a 50-cent fee. That is the only fee that they charge us for that Pay Quicker account. If you have ever started a business, or if you have ever been part of another direct sales company, you know you had to go pay fees to have your own bank account, right? Pay Quicker allows us to not have to do that. So this is a huge blessing and just another little perk, one of the many little perks from being a unique presenter. And then start earning. We always recommend you have 5 mascaras on you at all times, all right? So I always say, when you're new, order your first 5. At the beginning of every month, order 5. That will get you qualified every single month. And if you can put 5 lashes in the first week in people's hands, you have 5 party guests or party hostesses for the month, right? So if that's a goal, to order those 5 lashes on the first of every month and getting those in 5 people's hands, that they, oh yeah, I want that, and you just happen to have it on you, it works well. That is exactly how many of us have done it, and I highly, highly recommend it. So that needs to go into your binder, and that way that you can refer to it, you can check to see if you're doing all of your daily tasks. Here's another little daily task sheet. I love this sheet. This is one that we're using to get to Punta Cana. And I highly, highly recommend that you print this out and stick this in your binder, especially if you're trying to earn the trip. It gives you your daily tasks list. You can make notes on it. You can, keep your PRS goal. I highly recommend you print this out for your color status you're running for. That is so, so important. Okay. So how do I stay organized? I do use a lot of that kind of information. I always try to sponsor 3 to 5 people a month minimum. My sales are usually between $1,500 and $4,000 in personal retail sales a month, depending on the month and what I have going on. I always am out there trying to do beauty classes, meeting with people one-on-one and giving them little mini makeovers, letting them try our skincare, letting them just play with our makeup. So I try to schedule a couple of those every single week because they tell their friends, and then they're a potential hostess. So there's a whole lot of reasons that you want to make sure that women are touching and feeling and seeing your makeup live and in person, even though we do so much on social media. And you really truly can run this business completely from social media. But if you have a local market, you might as well go there and you might as well put it out there and let people try your makeup, okay? So the way that I do everything is from my calendar. I write my monthly goals on my calendar. What's my personal retail goal? What's my team goal? What's my sponsoring goal? Okay, I write that on the big page of my whole calendar so that I have that there and I know what my goals are. Okay, because a goal without a plan is just a wish, right? And then every single day I write the 5 people that I've reached out to. I write whether or not I need to follow up with them again. I write who my hostesses are for the next week, and then as I book them, their names go in the next week. This person's my hostess, this person's my hostess, this person's my hostess. I write down who ordered on the day that they ordered so that I can do my 2-week follow-up and I can do my 2-month follow-up. All I do is flick back in my calendar and say, okay, 2 months ago, here's all the girls that ordered. All right, and that way I can follow up with them. I use this calendar a ton because for me, I have to have it written down or I'll forget about it. I do use my notes section on my iPhone. I use that for all my hashtags for my Instagram account, okay? And I keep, and I just cycle those back. And you can Google beauty hashtags. You can Google hashtags about uplifting, positive hashtags. You want to have all that kind of stuff mixed in and then put your business name and put, make some of them personal, but you'll have all kinds of ideas. And if you save those in your notes as you're posting on Instagram every day, you can grab some of those and put them on your Instagram with them. And you don't comment those on the main comment, you comment those underneath your post in a second comment. That's just a little tip about Instagram. We have some amazing Instagram training on our team page. If you go to our team page and you go to the search and you put in Instagram, That will all come up. There's a little search bar. You can search for anything you want on our team page. There is so much training, how to sponsor, sponsoring, booking parties, you know, scripts for hostesses. Everything that you could possibly need is on our team page if you use that little search button. So that's a great tip for today, and that will help keep you organized and give you new ideas every single day. So what else do I use my calendar for? I use my calendar to book my one-on-ones. Again, I use it to follow up. I use it to keep track of who has ordered from me and who my customers are, who my hostesses are, who I'm meeting with to do a coaching call, because I coach, I try to coach weekly all of the girls that are running to either hit green or above, all right? If they are selling, you know, 500 plus a month and they're hitting, you know, 3 presenters a month, they're going to be coached by me personally, or their upline elite. Because those are the girls I need to help. I want to help you guys get to the next level. If that's you, then you're somebody that I'm going to be coaching with on a regular basis, all right? And make sure you're reaching out to me. If I'm not your upline elite, make sure you're reaching out to your upline elite. If you guys really want this and you want to turn it into a business, first of all, put your money where your mouth is and do the work and do the things and learn and grow daily on your own. And then reach out to your leaders and let them know, this is what I'm running for. This is what I want. I want to change my family's life. I want to build a long-term empire. I want to be an international beauty boss babe. This is what I want. So I always believe that if you want it and it's with all your being and your desire is there, you can have anything you want in this life, you guys. You can have anything you want, and staying consistent every single day by using some of these tools and, you know, making sure that you are organized. And sometimes I get unorganized. Let's be real here. There are weeks that go by that I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't updated my calendar. I have no idea who ordered from me last week. And I take a second and I say, you know what? Stop what you're doing right now. You cannot move forward until you look back. You have got to do your follow-ups. You have got to, you know, chat with people that you chatted with 2 weeks ago that were waiting for you to follow up with them. If you're not doing that, you can't move forward. So make sure that you're keeping great notes. That's why I told you guys to get a notebook. I write so much in my notebook. I write not only training, but I have another notebook for hostesses. And what I do is at the end of every year, I keep my calendar from last year with me, even this year, because I can see who hosted parties for me and when, who ordered what and when, and see what their habits were, and then I try to repeat them again. So, hey Jen, I know you hosted a party for me last February. Do you want to do a beauty class this year? I'd love to help you earn some more free and half off products. And she'll be like, wow, she remembers I did a party for her last February? How does she remember that? I barely remember that. So keeping notes about your customers and just things that happened, or, you know, when their anniversary is on that little card or things like that, they're going to really be surprised that you care, because you're in the relationship building business and you want to build relationships and you want to lift women up. You want to change their world. You want them to feel beautiful on the outside because of our amazing makeup that, you know, is, it's amazing. That's all I have to say. This is not what I looked like when I started. Between our skincare and our makeup, my whole face has changed. It's just, I can't say enough about it. And by lifting them up and being uplifting and empowering them to learn how to do their makeup by doing your online videos, you are empowering other women. You are putting positive light, like we talked about yesterday. You know, you are going to attract positive people when you're putting positive light out, or you're going to attract people that need that positivity in their life. So don't be afraid to do Facebook Lives. Don't be afraid to do videos. You are going to change women's lives by doing that. There might be some haters out there, but there's going to be a whole lot more people that are impressed by you and they totally relate to you. You know, you have your kids going in the background, so what? Be who you are. People are going to be attracted to who you are. If you're staying organized and you're making them feel special, you're going to go so far in this business. So anyway, that is my training today on staying organized and consistent. You need a daily routine. You need daily activities, not just scrolling through Facebook. You have got to make sure that you're doing those daily activities, okay? So if you guys have any questions, please go to the team page and comment there. I'm happy to answer them. And if there's anything else that you need, or you need some more tips, or you need to know where anything is, go to the search bar on our team page and put in the topic, and I promise you, you will find a plethora of information there. We are so happy that you're a part of this team. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.